Hi, this is Chilla with Best Babe 007 and today I will show you my chest and triceps workout. It will take about an hour to an hour and a half and I hope you will enjoy it. The Smith machine helps to be able to handle more weight without a sputter. The bench should be set to about 30-degree incline since that's the best angle for getting the upper part of the chest. Hands a little more than shoulder width apart. Slight arch in your back to isolate your chest. The shoulder blades back and down. The bar should be right across the nipple line. Push the weight up with the chest, squeeze your pecs on the top, and control the weight down. Triceps rope pushdowns. To isolate the triceps the most, keep the elbows down and somewhat away from your body, in front of it. Feel free to experiment with how far out you have to go to feel it in your triceps. Slightly lean forward, stick your chest out. Press down from about the level of the chest. Don't flare your elbows or the chest and the lats will take over. Keep the elbows stationary. Further your elbows are from your body, in front of it, less weight you will be able to lift. However, a better workout you will be giving to your triceps. This exercise can also be done with a straight or easy bar. As a matter of fact, you will be able to load it up more using those attachments. Incline dumbbell press. Start with a weight you can control. Plant your feet firmly on the ground. Retract the shoulders to eliminate the shoulder and arm muscles. Also, a comfortable arch that comes from raising the chest up is very important. Lift with your chest and squeeze on top, but don't lock the elbows up. Control the way down, nice stretch on the bottom. If you increase the incline, the shoulder muscles will be engaged more. Lower you go towards flat, more chest is involved. I like to put the bench to about a 30-degree angle. A little change in grip or positioning of the weight or shift in the form will completely change the outcome of this exercise. That said, play with tilting the dumbbells toward or away from each other, etc. Cable overhead triceps extension. Attach the rope to the bottom pulley of the cable machine. Grab each end of the rope and extend your arms all the way up above your head and don't lock the elbows up. The elbows should be kept close to your head, palms facing each other, knuckles aimed at the ceiling. Keep the upper arms stationary. You can also pull the rope slightly apart on the top. Keep your core engaged throughout the whole movement. Don't go too heavy. Sometimes I do this exercise from putting the pulley at head level. I would add dumbbell bench press to your current chest workout even if you do barbell bench press because using dumbbells allow for a full range of motion and use slightly different muscles than barbell press. Keep the feet on the ground, not on the bench, with the weights on your knees and lay back. Flex your glutes to create stability in the lower belly. Pull the shoulder blades back and down. That will create a slight arch in your back. It's very important to keep the shoulders back, squeezed together throughout the whole exercise to isolate the chest muscle. Bend your elbows as you go down until you feel a slight stretch in your pecs. Keep your arms 45 degrees out, away from your torso so it's not rubbing against your body or flared out, aligned with the shoulders. Push the weight up above your chest. Squeeze the chest on the top. In this exercise, it's very important to keep the elbows close to the head so you can keep maximum tension on the triceps. Now, if that's hard, you can also start with dumbbells. I like to have my head off the bench. To keep the muscle under the most tension, it's good to keep the arms diagonal with the ground, not perpendicular. Control the descent and enjoy a momentary deep stretch on the bottom. Some people like to do this exercise on a flat bench. In that case, just touch the bench with the bar behind your head. Some people like close grip, others like wide grip skull crushers. I say go with a comfortable grip that works the triceps and isolates it the most. Incline cable fly. I like this exercise because it puts constant tension on the chest. Put an incline bench in the middle of two cable machines to where the cables will come across your chest. I like to put the bench a little more forward and not as much aligned with the pulleys. I use handles, but some people just use the balls at the end of the cables. Withdraw the shoulders to isolate the chest muscle. Lift the chest and contract the muscles as hard as you can. Squeeze on top with a slight bend in the elbows. Control the negative and feel the stretch on the bottom with the elbows slightly bent. Lift with the chest and not with the arms. Dumbbell overhead extension. Some people do this exercise standing or on a flat bench. The palms in a diamond position are on the top of the dumbbell. The elbows point forward and are glued to the ears. Full stretch on the bottom. Tighten your core. Then you squeeze your triceps while you keep your elbows fixed to a full extension. Don't lock the elbows up, and also make sure that you don't do partial wraps. Focus on the negative, control the weight down. At the bottom, point the elbows toward the ceiling. Standing cable fly. I like this exercise because the chest is under constant tension. The cable pulleys are about chest height. Standing in a split stance, one leg forward, one back. Avoid rolling the shoulders forward. Retract the scapula and lower it. A deep squeeze in the lats. Isolate and use only the chest. Draw the abs in, everything tight and controlled. Elbows turn up and over the wrists, then bring them together. Full range of motion and feel the stretch when the arms are open. Changing the angles, the height of the pulley, and the hand positions will put more emphasis on different chest muscles. Dumbbell kickbacks. This exercise is for shaping and defining the triceps muscle. The number one mistake people do with this exercise is that they go too heavy. It's important to have proper form to isolate the triceps. Feet are a little more than shoulder width apart. Slight bend in the knees and bend forward. Bring the elbows back slightly, then squeeze them out. In starting position, the forearm can be perpendicular with the floor. You don't have to bring the weights up all the way to your chest, especially if you tend to swing the weights. It's a controlled lift, full squeeze on top. Pause in the back, isometric hold for a second. Some people like to have one knee and one hand on the bench to do one arm at a time. High to low cable fly. The cables are locked in all the way up. Same principles apply as with the other cable fly exercises. Stand up tall, stick your chest out, focus on the chest instead of just moving the weight. Squeeze your chest. Don't lock the elbows, but keep them fairly straight. To widen out the chest, You want to move the arms away from the body and open up the chest. Don't lean into it so far that you use your body weight to control the movement. You can also step forward with a slight lean. Bring the handles down from the back forward in a diagonal movement. Also try the low to high flies sometimes. Incline push-ups are a little easier than regular push-ups to target the lower chest, and they are also more forgiving on the wrists. Arms are about shoulder width apart, glutes are tight, poke the chest out, shoulders turned down, elbows rotated in as you go down, and push up. Think about pushing the bench away. That will create tension in the isolated muscle. Go to failure, and you can still do all the regular push-up variations in an incline push-up. Landmine press for upper chest and core. To isolate this exercise, just do the pressing motion and eliminate the leg and torso. I like to do this exercise kneeling. A lot of people are doing it half kneeling or in a standing position. Tall torso, shoulder blades back. Keep the elbows by your side and the trunk locked in. No rotation in the torso. Extend the arms fully and control the movement on the way down. If you want to make this more dynamic, use lower weight and explosive force on the way up. You can also alternate between arms and do it one arm at a time. If you do the landmine press with one knee on the ground, make sure that the same side arm holds the weight than the knee that is down. Diamond push-ups are harder than the regular push-ups. They work the chest, but they are exceptionally good exercise for the triceps as well. Put your palms in a diamond shape, the core nice and tight in a straight plank position. Keep the elbows in even if it feels strange. When you lower down, the hands will meet the center of the chest to keep the shoulders less strained. Control the movement. And that's how chest and triceps workout is done properly.